Hello. Hello. I don't know how to say hi. So hi and welcome to another episode of Baking Fall Desserts. Today, as you can see, we are going to do something with apples. And the first thing that comes to mind is apple pie. I haven't baked an apple pie before. Never. I just baked a recipe that was for an apple cake, like for a few times. My family really liked it. They liked the texture of that cake, and it's cinnamony and great, and it really reminds you of fall. I know you are, I don't know if I have any audience or not, but I know that when we say autumn, we think of pumpkin. I know, but I'm not a fan of pumpkin. Actually, I hate it. If I taste a bit of pumpkin in my mouth, some ingredients, as usual, are missing in action. One of them is butter, but I specifically looked for a recipe that doesn't require butter, so milk is not also available. And we didn't have milk at home, and I didn't want to go buy it. I've had this problem before. I replaced it with water and a bit more of oil, but I only did it in cakes, and I'm not sure if it's going to work in pies as well. So we are going to figure out. If anything turns out bad, it's because, I tried to alter the recipe. So okay, yeah, it's a bit rusty in some places, but that goes underneath this tray, so I suppose that's alright. I have my recipe written down here. The recipe was using metric system units, so I had to alter them. Now we have to measure our ingredients and start baking, basically. I have some flour, like white flour, 360 grams or 3 cups of flour. Approximately 240 grams or 2 cups of flour, white flour, and we also have some whole flour here. The other cup can be with this. We have to mix our dry ingredients. Flour is one of them, and also baking powder, also sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 3 tablespoons of sugar. So yeah, whisk them. Use 240 grams of milk if it's available. And now I'm going to use 240 grams of cold water. It's always a nightmare measuring water. I know I can use a water bottle, but I don't want to do that. Okay, 250. I'm not going to go back. Whatever it is, I'm gonna accept it. Oh, 243. 1/2 cup of any neutral oil. It's sunflower. How can cold water and oil be fully incorporated? I don't know. Beautiful. So many bubbles. Bubbles. Hi. Yeah, this is Bubbles.
This is Bubbles.
It's like a total arm workout. I mean, if you want to have toned arms, you can become a baker. It's still not as stiff. First was, I'm going to trust the process or add some more flour. I really don't like apples, and the only way that I enjoy eating them is in desserts. I'm not sure if it's that stiff. I'm not really sure. I'm not sure that it can work with a rolling pin on it, but I don't know. Wet hands in the plastic wrap. That's a perfect combo. I don't know, the doughs I make are super hydrated, unlike my skin, and my jokes. We wrap it in plastic. I'm not sure if it has the right consistency or what, but I don't want to add extra flour to it. Deep down, I feel that's a serious mistake, but sorry. Mom is calling. Doesn't look like a stiff dough. We have to cover our dough with the second piece of parchment paper. 1/8 of an inch. If it's 2.5 centimeters, it's about 8 of it. Like 3 millimeters. Oh, it's really thin. And it's stuck. Bad news. Oh, worst that could ever happen. I knew it was just like too hydrated. Oh, I totally messed everything up.
2,000 years later.
FYI, the parchment paper got wet and is stuck to the dough. I'm gonna save as much dough as I can. I'm really disappointed. I'm really sad. At one of my lowest points, especially now that my mom has called me and asked me what I'm doing, and I couldn't, surprise her anymore. Not her hoping that there's gonna be a freshly cooked apple pie on the table and now coming to this mess. If your dough is super sticky and hydrated, make sure to add more flour to it. I don't know, make it stiffer. And also really sprinkle like so much flour on your parchment paper, because the side that I sprinkled flour on is fine. I can get the dough out of it, but I lost a lot of dough because of that second half of parchment paper. Adding flour to it a lot. I'm happy that no one was around me when this happened, only you guys, because I would have gotten so furious and said some bad words to the others. I don't care how the dough turns out, and I'm not going to use parchment paper again. Now it's not even sticking to the rolling pin. It's sticking again, God. I'm sure I messed up the texture of it, but that's okay. It's sticking again, God. Okay, transferred onto our pie plate, not so evenly. It's so weird. It's really hard. I knew it. All these years I knew it and I didn't try it. But today, okay, let's bake some apple pie. I'm an architect, so I'm going to, go in and fix the walls, the ground and everything. Oh, and there's a feeling inside that says that it's going to stick to the mold. Here's how it looks inside. These are all the extra parts I added. This is the base part, and we have to place it in the fridge. Oh, and we have another batch of dough that I'm sure it's going to turn out so unfortunate. Okay, it's set to bake it in 375 degrees Fahrenheit, so that's about 190 degrees Celsius. I know our oven, and I know I have to set it for a lower temperature because it can overheat. If your apples are sour, you have to add sugar. If they are sweet, you don't need sugar. I'm going to add like 1/4 teaspoon of cinnamon. I think that's about right. A bit more. 1/8 teaspoon of nutmeg. tablespoons of flour. Our coated apples. This is the bottom part. Yeah, okay. It didn't stick to the plastic wrap, so maybe we could have rolled it out on the plastic wrap. I think we need to add more flour because as you can see the consistency. Here's my bowl.
Alright, so I need a bowl.
A what?
A bowl. Need a bowl.
How you spell that?
B-O-W-L.
Bowl?
I don't know if it's the right way of kneading the dough because the dough didn't need to be kneaded. Oh, it's getting more sticky. Weird. We can add it to our bowl. Oh, I'm stuck. Oh. This is satisfying, not gonna lie. And if you're wondering, yes, I have some more dough left. What am I going to do with it? Okay, it's ready to get into the oven. I know it's ugly, but you know, today we just rolled with everything. We are going to roll with this part too. Hi, I took off my glasses, I had my lunch, I cleaned up everything, and the pie is baked. This is how it looks. It doesn't look bad. I know it's ugly. It looks promising. I know it's ugly. It's golden and everything. Wow. Wow. Okay, this is how it looks. And this is how the side looks. I must say, it's not burnt or anything. I'm quite impressed. I'm gonna decide if I'm going to cut any pieces out of it or not. I must say the dough turned out a bit dry because I added too much flour to it so it wouldn't be sticky, but look at that! The apple tastes sour. The crust tastes good. All in all, I think it needs a bit of sugar, but it's cool. It is the size, I must say. It doesn't look well, but if you look at it from this side, it looks quite appealing. I think one reason is because I didn't let it cool off properly, and the other reason is that my dough is a bit too dry.